What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Skill and Sound here, back again with another video. I wanted to talk about Russell Westbrook. The other day in the press conference and how he, I mean, it's typical Russell with how he, is very snappy with the media. But of course, anything he's doing now with the struggles of the team and his play, it's going to be heightened times 10, right? And it's almost like obviously him and Vogel don't have the best of relationship. It's obvious, right? From the standpoint of he was saying that Vogel didn't tell him, and as far as how they benched him in the fourth quarter, right? Um, it's just going bad. I know the Lakers are trying their best to trade him, but there's nothing out there that they can get to satisfy them to actually make that team better. The 44 million that he's owed, he's just owed so much money. It's going to be hard to work out a trade where a team is literally going to want to help out the Lakers. The Lakers is always one of those teams where no one's going to help them out. Why do you want to help the Lakers make them better? So you're going to give them some of their assets because they're trying to unload something? You have to have a couple players fit in that $44 million contract just to make it work. I think they're stuck with Russell. So it's no surprise to me that in this article that was just released, that LeBron is saying that we're in this together. At the end of the day, as his brother, we're all in this together. Well, LeBron has to say that because, for one, yeah, that is your teammate. You got to make him feel good. Number two, he's smart enough to realize and hear all these rumors. There's nothing out there. There is no good trades out there for this guy. But his play, with him being turned over the ball, he's never been a good shooter. The leadership, him kind of doing certain things where he, doing the things that he wants to do. It's almost like, hey, everybody wants him to play a certain way, but then they saying, hey, well, Russ, I just want you to play like Russ. Well, playing like Russ is playing aggressive, playing fast, turning the ball over, inefficiency, triple doubles, right? Having the ball in his hands. He's not going to have the ball in his hands as much with LeBron. So he's so-called handicapped, so to speak, with that. So it's obviously going to be problems, but LeBron has to say that because he knows no trade's going to happen to make this team better. I mean, that last game for him just being 1 for 10, that's always going to be heightened. But let's just look at his stats overall. 18.4, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. And honestly, look at his numbers. His this season percentage wise, it's really on line and on par with his career numbers. 34.7 minutes a game, same as his career. 43.7 from the field, literally same of his career. 30% from 3, 30.5, so literally same. The only thing he's down in is free throws. Rebounds, assists, blocks, like literally he is averaging, of course the points are down. He's literally averaging the same thing across the board as his career, so but we're actually killing him for this, right? And he's actually heightened times 10. His turnovers are the same. So you know what you're getting with Russ. It's just that, hey, he's on the Lakers. And everything with the Lakers is always going to be shown and talked about, especially when you're with LeBron too. Russ could have been on a Washington Wizards team or Sacramento team, or one of those teams putting up his triple doubles. He would have been continuing doing that. No one wouldn't have said anything about him. No one wouldn't have criticized him or nothing. Because when he was in Washington last year, no one criticized him. He put up his triple doubles, got them in the playoffs. No one said anything about it. But he's still the same Russell Westbrook. He's with the Lakers now and putting up the same type of statistics. And look, everybody's killing him for it and say he needs to be traded, and he's the reason why they're losing. I just don't know what's wrong with Russ. As far as one of the glaring things I've noticed with Russ is early in his career, he developed a mean mid-range jump shot, pull-up jump shot. Like, look in the finals against the Heat when he had, what was it, I think, like 42, 43 points. Mid-range clinic, pull-up clinic. Why did that regress? Why did that get bad? When you get older and your athleticism speed, quickness wanes and goes down, other parts of your game, your skill, your shooting is supposed to get better. His shooting's gotten worse. That's what I don't understand about Russ. It's almost like he's not working on his game. He just worry about the athleticism part, and it's almost like there's a lot of guys that comes to mind, guys who didn't work on their game. DeAndre Jordan, guy who was big, worked on athleticism. Look at him. Nobody wants him. Like there's just guys that try to, hey, you know what? Let me just go on athleticism and that's it. So I just know that the Lakers are not going to trade him. They can. It's one of those things they're going to have to just stick this out. Nobody on their roster is going to forge anything right now, right? And let's see where they're sitting at. Lakers are sitting ninth right now, 26-28. Tomorrow they play the world champions, the Bucks. It's just really bad for the Lakers right now. I mean, THT is playing like crap. Nobody wants him. They overvalued him as far as his value. I mean, obviously Melo's great. He's been definitely a godsend for them this year. Definitely Malik Monk has been that guy this year. I've liked the way he's played this year, right? But they've missed on a lot of these guys. Ariza's old, been hurt. They was starting Bazemore at the beginning of the season, and Bazemore isn't doing crap. Bradley's over the hill. You got Anthony Davis, which what did Barkley call him? Street clothes, who gets hurt all the time, and every time he gets on the ground to grab a rebound, it's almost like he wants to. Oh, he's hurt. That's why Snoop called him out. I'm gonna make a video about that soon. How he blocked Snoop. Wayne Ellington, disappointment, has been the shooter that they envisioned. Already talked about THT. Dwight Howard's Dwight Howard at this point. You don't expect much from him right now. Stanley Johnson, I mean, they had to re-sign Stanley Johnson. They signed him for a 2-year deal. Yes, he's played great. Well, good. Young player who has some. He was a guy that obviously was picked high. He had that strength coming out of a strong body, a guy that was fully developed coming out of Arizona. But he never matriculated into the player that he was supposed to be, right? For him to have a successful career and stay in this league, he's definitely a defensive guy first. If he can develop a jump shot, he would be so valuable as a 3 and D guy. So valuable. DeAndre Jordan, nobody wants him. Already talked about Monk. Kendrick Nunn with this mysterious injury, who they're still waiting on him to play. And he's a guy who's going to be a versatile combo 2-guard type of guy that can handle the ball and get you some points with the quickness. But he has yet to play. So I don't know when he's supposed to come back with this mysterious injury. Austin Reeves, he's been a good pickup. He's been really good, and he's been able to take minutes from a lot of people, right? And it's a mess with the Lakers with this roster. There's nothing that they can put in a combination to actually get something of substance for them. But hey, LeBron has to say this stuff. That's what I'm saying, just to keep that cohesion, so to speak. Because nobody wants Russ, so you got to make him feel somewhat good about it, right? So, I mean, that's my thoughts on that. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe. It's your boy, Skilled and Sound, and I'm out. Peace.